Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today's video is one of my favorite seasonal videos that I film here on my channel. It is my Christmas collab with my bestie Lisa Rowberry. We are going to be sharing our favorite Christmas fragrances from Scentsy, as well as our all-time favorite Scentsy holiday warmer. Lisa and I do these videos seasonally. We try to get together at least once a year to film one of these videos in person. It usually ends up being our summer picks because I typically end up visiting Lisa around the end of May, so just as summer is kicking off. So we did do our summer collab this year, but we film these other seasonal favorites separately, and then we like to send you guys to each other's channels to check out the suggestions. Lisa has become one of my very best friends over the years. In fact, our friendship at this point is over 10 years old. So I feel like we've been together at least a decade at this point. And I have loved every minute of having Lisa as one of my very best friends in my life. Just an incredible human being, really genuinely nice and a caring and just fantastic person. So she also happens to be really knowledgeable when it comes to Scentsy. If you are coming over here from Lisa's channel, first of all, hello, welcome. I hope you'll stick around. But I am not a Scentsy consultant. I have purchased all of my products from Lisa over the years, and that has been a great way for me to support Lisa and to also enjoy some amazing home fragrance products. I really do love the Scentsy bars especially, and their warmers. That's what I tend to spend the most of my money on when it comes to Scentsy, is their fragrance bars and their warmers. Every once in a while, I'll try some of their laundry products and some other things that they offer, but for me, Scentsy is my staple company when it comes to wax melts specifically. I tend to have pretty good luck with them lasting a few days versus with a lot of other wax melt companies. I can usually get like one really good day of home fragrance output, and then it just peters off to the point where I don't really smell much the second and the third day. So Scentsy usually is good for a few days for me, and I love that. I'm a little lazy when it comes to changing my wax. So yeah, that works out for me. But anyway, yeah, so we are going to be sharing our holiday favorites, what we originally agreed on. And I know she's gonna cheat because I just know her. She's not like a cheater in real life at all, but when it comes to these videos, we'll agree on something and then she'll be like, oh, but I thought of like something extra toss in there. So the goal for this video was to share our top 6 holiday picks and our favorite holiday warmer. I tried really hard to stick to it, so I am not gonna be cheating in this video. Unlike Lisa, wait, am I cheating? Okay, I am cheating. I'm cheating on the bars. I thought I only had 6 here. It turns out I have 8. Sorry. So I'm giving you my top 8. I don't know how many Lisa's giving you, but these are just my personal favorites. If you've never tried these, I think these would be fantastic to experience during the holidays. And honestly, some of these, they're not even like Christmas or holiday specific scents, but they are fragrances that I just really enjoy this time of year, and I have been actively enjoying because, well, I decorated my house for Christmas over the month of November. So I've been digging into the holiday magic when it comes to home fragrance for a little while now. But yeah, we're both really excited to share these with you. We don't tell each other what we're picking, so it's always kind of fun to see what changes. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into it here. Again, if you're new from Lisa's channel, hi, I hope you stick around. If not, that's totally fine. And if you have not checked out Lisa's channel and you are looking for some really great information on Scentsy, sales, special releases, unboxings, yada, yada, yada. Lisa's channel is fantastic for that. And yeah, she's also super cute. So anyway, all right, you guys, let's get into it. And let's talk about my personal favorites for Christmas 2025 when it comes to Scentsy. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna be starting with the wax melts, and I will end the video with my favorite warmer pick. So these first two wax melts that I am going to recommend are fantastic in their own right. I think you can melt them individually and they create such a beautiful, warm, cozy holiday experience in your home, but try pairing them together. So these first two are Very Snowy Spruce and Christmas Cookie. Both of these are available in the current catalog. So listen, if you just want a beautiful cookie experience, this Christmas cookie I think is fantastic. It smells like a really warm, delicious sugar cookie. It's not one of those that has a crazy fragrance output, like it's not a house filler, but it's a really beautiful experience, and it certainly scents the different rooms where I'm warming it. It just doesn't travel very far, if that makes sense. Now, Very Snowy Spruce is usually rather potent for me, and I really love mixing either a balsam and a vanilla, or a spruce and a vanilla, or a pine and a vanilla. If you've ever tried Kringle Candles Wishing for Christmas, it's that type of experience where you have the really beautiful holiday tree note, and then you have that warm, cozy gourmand. The experience is essentially like walking into your grandma's house at Christmas time. She's making cookies. She has a real tree in her living room. And if you take a deep breath, like that is what this is. Like it recreates that experience of walking into your grandma's house while she's baking, and a real Christmas tree is sitting in the living room with all of the beautiful old-fashioned ornaments. That is what this experience is for me, and I love it so much. Honestly, this is what it used to smell like walking into my Oma's house when I was growing up. It's warm, it's cozy, it's inviting, and it just feels like the holidays. So melt them individually or do 1 cube of each in a warmer, or do a couple cubes of this in one warmer, a couple cubes of this in another. But however you want to pair them together, just pair them together and have this experience, because it really is very nostalgic and, like I said, warm, cozy, and incredibly inviting for the holidays. So love these two. Okay. So they have this whole Always Get My Bar event happening right now. In fact, the day this video goes up it's gonna be November 30th, which is, I believe, the last day of the Always Get My Bar. So I recently shared a Scentsy haul where I did a one-time club order of all of my holiday favorites so that I could have them for this year. And then I am going through and slowly just adding the must-haves to my regular club delivery. I kind of explain my club process in that video, so if you're new here, I'll link that video down below. Might be worth checking out because I'm pretty strict with my club. And if you're trying to be a little bit more strict yourself, hopefully that video motivates you. But yeah, several of these bars that I'm gonna show you here next are a part of that Always Get My Bar. So if you haven't thought to add these in, I would highly suggest it. I really would. The first is Sugar Plum Berry. Now, Sugar Plum Berry for me smells very similar to Nest Holiday. If you are new to my channel, I utilize a lot of home fragrance. It's not just wax melts. I'm really into candles as well. In fact, that is where my passion for fragrance started, is with candles. So I'm a fairly heavy candle user. I know a lot of Scentsy people are not, and that's, you know, totally fine. Everybody has their own way they like to fragrance their home. I do a combination of both, but for me, the Nest holiday fragrance has always been a staple for Christmas, at least for the last, I would say, 10 to 12 years. I like to actually combine it with their Birchwood Pine, but that's another story there. Sugar Plum Berry smells very, very similar to the Nest holiday fragrance. So if you're looking for a little bit of a dupe, this I would suggest checking out. This, honestly, it smells like the holidays. I feel like I smell some plum in here. I feel like I get some pomegranate. I feel like I get a little bit of like a warm amber. It's a very cozy, very sophisticated holiday fragrance. This one has always made me think of what it smells like to walk into a really fancy hotel during the holidays, maybe, you know, like in Manhattan or something. Like this is the type of fragrance that I would expect to smell in a really beautiful high-end hotel lobby around the holidays. And while, you know, my house is, you know, it's a nice house. I love my house. You know, it's not a fancy hotel. I just really like how sophisticated this smells, how elevated and just beautiful this particular scent is. I originally tried this when it came out in a brick format and absolutely fell in love. I didn't think to add it to my club, and that was definitely a regret. I was so glad this was included, and yes, this will be staying in my club permanently. Absolutely. Another one that will absolutely be staying in my club that was released for the first time, I believe, just last year, and I don't think it's available in this year's catalog, but the Rum Pum Plum. I have a real thing for plums. Sweet plum pastry, that is where I think a lot of my love of plums came from, specifically with Scentsy. But this is, I think, just a really beautiful holiday take on plum. It's just mostly plum forward. It has just a tiny bit of, I feel like maybe like some nutmeg, just the tiniest amount of like a holiday spice type vibe. But mostly this is a juicy, delicious, like perfect plum. Love this one. I had actually put this in my club and then I took it out. That was silly. Luckily, it's back in now. And before the end of the day, if you haven't added this into your club, I really don't, I should have brought the catalog up. Sorry. I am not going to be your best source for like Scentsy lore. I just typically every season I buy what like I remember makes me happy, but I'm not the type of person that's like a Scentsy historian. Like I don't, you know, like I don't remember originally when things were released necessarily. I'll just buy the stuff that makes me happy. So if you haven't tried this one, I love it so much, and I would highly suggest you try it if you are looking for a beautiful kind of like sugar plum scent for the holidays. This one and the Sugar Plum Berry, these are musts. You should have both. You should definitely have both. Okay, this next one I have talked to death for years on my channel. If you have been here for any amount of time, you've heard me talk quite frequently about almond croissant. This is actually a year-round bakery for me. It's a year-round bakery that has been in my club ever since it was originally released. I refuse to let go of it, ever. It is so delicious. This smells exactly like a rich, flaky, buttery, decadent croissant. I cannot say enough good things about it. And it's currently available in this whole Always Get My Bar vault release. So if you've ever wanted to try it, this is your chance. I've never smelled anything this authentic, this beautiful, this delicious. I could say that about a few of these, but this one here, I don't know. I feel like I go back and forth in terms of like my favorite all-time Scentsy fragrance. Sometimes I want to say it's Happy Birthday. Sometimes I want to say it's Almond Croissant. Both are in my club. Both will never leave. This is just such a beautiful scent, especially the week of Thanksgiving. Combine this with Merry Snowy Spruce, not necessarily in the same warmer, but like, you know, kind of spread it out throughout the house. You get that real tree experience. I do fake trees, so this is a must. And you get that, like, you just made the most amazing Christmas morning breakfast, even maybe if you didn't. I always have these really like lofty goals of making like fresh cinnamon rolls for Christmas morning or trying my hand at croissants. And then I think, you know what? I think I'll just buy that. I'll buy that from a bakery. I will let someone make it properly because I know, you know, it's baked with love. But I also want my family to eat the breakfast. So it's usually best for me to just purchase some pre-made bakery items until I get to my Oma stage where I think baking maybe just comes a little bit more naturally to me. Let me know if you're a baker. Okay, these next two here are not technically holiday scents, but I think they are fabulous for this time of year. The Wicked Emerald City. Have you tried this? Now, I do want to give a little disclaimer here because somebody I can't remember who it was, but they left a comment saying they got a lot of licorice from this one and hated it. I don't get any licorice from this, but it does smell like there's a lot of those like mulling spices in here. This is a like really kind of heavy, sweet apple with a lot of like mulling spices type of scent. It almost smells a little bit like Glühwein to me, but without the like boozy wine note, obviously. I made Glühwein for Thanksgiving this year and it smelled so similar to this. It's just delicious. And the first time this was released, I kind of skipped over it. I was like, oh, yeah, nope, don't need that. Also, I'm just not like a musical person, so I didn't go gaga over Wicked or anything. But when I was visiting, this is when I discovered this, is when I was visiting Lisa earlier this year, and I was like, what is that? She was like, you missed it. I thought you might like it. I think I told you about it. You probably ignored me. Just highly likely, because sometimes things just go over my head these days. Immediately when this came back, I ordered like 2 6-packs of it and put a bar in my club. I love this. This now is a must for the holidays going forward. I really liked it in the fall as well, but I think this smells like an amazing Christmas fragrance as well. If you haven't thought of this for the holidays, I think you should check it out. It's really good. And that is 6 bars right there. But like I said, I did cheat just a little bit, but not really, because these two, we'll count this as 1. So I only cheated by 1. There we go. Okay, this is Buttered Pumpkin Dream. Now this has chestnuts in it, which I think are fantastic for the holidays. Chestnuts usually smell a little earthy, but this is a very sweet chestnut in here. And then you have the most decadent, rich, authentic, delicious creamy pumpkin. A very rich, buttery pumpkin. This is aptly named. Oh, you guys. Honestly, listen, I know a lot of people kind of stop doing pumpkins at this point in the year, but for me, I tend to take pumpkins through the holidays as well pretty regularly. And this particular one, because of the addition of the chestnuts, so warm, so cozy, so delicious and edible and authentic. You cannot go wrong. You cannot. And then my very last recommendation is one that I have enjoyed for many years. It's Snowberry. And it's the one Scentsy bar that every time I smell it, I think to myself, what's in here again? So we're gonna actually pull it up, because I think that is, it's a good thing to just reference the actual notes sometimes. Okay, Loganberry, strawberry, peppermint, and zesty cinnamon. Here's the interesting thing. I hate peppermint. I don't think this smells like peppermint. It does smell a little cool in its presentation, but it's not traditional peppermint. The loganberry, yes, I actually just recently bought some loganberries from Costco. I think it was like a month or two ago. Delicious. If you've never tried them, you absolutely should. There is strawberry in here. There's also a slightly spicier cinnamon note, which I typically don't go for, but this one just works, you guys. This is absolutely unique and beautiful and delicious and kind of unexpected, I feel like, for the holidays, especially with that loganberry in here. It's very sweet, but also in a weird way, ever so slightly perfumey to my nose, especially when this one is warming, but it is fabulous. Really, really lovely. I like this one in our downstairs powder room. I also like this one a lot in the kitchen. Many years ago, and I think I bought this potpourri at like Bed Bath & Beyond or something when they were still a thing. Do you guys remember those stores? So I bought this potpourri, like you could buy the bags of potpourri that had like sticks and twigs and pine cones and dried oranges and stuff. So it smelled exactly like snowberry and I loved it. And I'm talking that I bought this potpourri in like, I think it was 2001. I think I may have even still been in college when I bought it, but it smelled so good. It smelled exactly like this. And that fragrance and that potpourri lasted for years. And finally, I think around like 2008, I was putting it out like every holiday season. And finally, I think around 2008 was when it stopped smelling entirely. And I was so bummed. And as soon as I tried this for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, it's that potpourri. It is so good, you guys. And again, if you hate peppermint, I abhor peppermint. This is the one peppermint containing scent that really actually rocks my world. Let me know if you've tried this one. And let me know if you too purchased this bag of potpourri in like 2001, which was so many years ago at this point, like multiple decades ago. That's crazy. Anyway, let's talk favorite holiday warmer. I cannot wait to see what Lisa picks for this one. Now, I did not select a warmer that is currently available. I selected my favorite holiday warmer ever, and I have so many of these. I have 6. Now, originally I purchased 9. I purchased 9, but listen, it was when this particular warmer went on clearance one time for like 10 bucks each. And I was like, what? How is this deal even a thing? I remember Lisa texting me and saying, go right now. The Christmas glow warmer is on sale for like 10 bucks. And I went for it, you guys. Now, a couple of those warmers I have gifted out over the years. I gifted one to my mom and then one to someone else and then another one to another person. I can't even remember, but I know that I gifted one to my mom because she actually leaves it out year round. So let's take a look at it if you don't remember it. I think this one came out in either 2016 or 2017. Again, don't quote me. I am not the best when it comes to Scentsy history, but I bet if you popped over to Lisa's page and asked her, hey, when was Christmas Glow released? Like her little like digital mind will go back into the files and she'll tell you exactly. She'll probably give you like the day of the week. She's one of those. I am not. Also, Lisa has a better memory than I do. She's a little younger than me. I'm old. I like to tease her about being a youngin'. Anyway, okay, here it is. You know what I've always loved about this one? How traditional it is. It's a very traditional looking warmer. It looks basically like a Christmas ornament. It has etching on it. It is the most beautiful, perfect shade of holiday red. Let's take a closer look here. Let her focus. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? And when this lights up, it is magical. And those of you that are very into this whole Ralph Lauren Christmas theme this year, which by the way is just traditional Christmas. This would have been, I think, the perfect warmer for Scentsy to re-release this year, because I feel like if this was available now, so many people would have picked it up. It's a stunner. The dish is red. The dish is in here. But yeah, it is, it just performs incredibly well. It's beautiful. The construction, I'm telling you, is just stunning. It's absolutely perfect. I love the etched glass. I'm a huge fan of etched glass. So this is just really something that speaks to my personal aesthetic, which is kind of like a more traditional Christmas look. This gives it to me. I could have gone with so many other holiday warmers. I have a multitude of holiday warmers from Scentsy. By the way, the Frosted Air, which is another one of my favorites, I think that might actually, it was in the clearance section. It was. I finally was able to get my hands on 3 of those earlier this year when it once again just randomly popped up in clearance. So yeah. This is a great thing about Lisa, is that when there is like a clearance sale, like she'll typically text her customers, she'll typically put out a video right away. She's very good about letting people know about sales. So I love that, because that way I don't miss out on some screaming deals, because 10 bucks for this, freaking best deal ever. I would actually probably pay full price for this one. I love it. But I'll take it for 10 bucks for sure. So those are my picks and my recommendations to all of you for Christmas 2025, specifically from Scentsy. So I can't wait to see what Lisa picked. I can't wait to see how much she cheated. I can't wait to just see her pretty face in a video. So I will be watching her video this morning. I hope you will be as well. And if you are new here from Lisa's channel, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and that your week is filled with holiday delights. I know mine will be. All right, you guys, I appreciate you being here. Subscribe if you are new. Give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.